Hey guys, Galactic Knight here. If you've been on social media this month, there have been two big announcements from two different actors. One is the trailer for the 2025 Snow White remake with Gal Gadot as the evil queen, and the other being Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom in the upcoming Avengers movie. What confused me the most is that both of these actors have played two iconic superheroes, Iron Man and Wonder Woman. So why play the villain roles in these upcoming projects? I get not being typecast. Hell, typecast has seemed to ruin some actors, but I've noticed more and more villain roles are being played by actors known to play good guys. Chris Pine, Michael Keaton, Jim Carrey, and many more. So why do people even want to play the villain? You don't win in the end. Sometimes you get to be the punching bag, and you're the one character people root against. So at first, I didn't get why. That's not to say the villains aren't memorable. I remember the Joker, Plankton, and a slew of classic Disney baddies. But when you ask a kid what they like to play as, they don't pick characters like Scar, Maleficent, or the Shredder. They pick Spider-Man, Batman, or one of the Ninja Turtles. So why do actors like Benedict Cumberbatch, Angelina Jolie, and Jim Carrey do? I guess this started in literature as well as films in general. During the black and white era of filmmaking, the roles are usually the good-looking hero rescuing the damsel in distress from the evil-looking villain. Pretty standard storytelling. Even films like The Wizard of Oz had the Wicked Witch with the green skin and the broomstick, and even then kids are more happy to see the witch melting than rooting for her to win. And there are comic serials and TV shows where the hero fights the villain of the episode. In the end, the hero wins. But then I rewatched some classic Disney villains and found out that they were the most animated. The animators actually gave the villains more effort to make them more menacing and even more terrifying. The transformation scenes from Snow White and Sleeping Beauty not only frightened little kids at the time, but made the villains look more of a threat to the audiences as well as the heroes fighting them. Later on, villains started to get more of a personality as well as the heroes, making them less as monstrous threats and as entertaining as well. Hell, some even got their own movies and shows, with some mixed results. There are even actors that are typecast as villains. Tim Curry, Dennis Hopper, and of course Christopher Lee gave good performances as the villains even if it wasn't needed. For example, in the It miniseries, Tim Curry gave a goofy performance because in the book, Pennywise acted like a goofy, silly clown to lure kids into his evil trap. He even won an Emmy for playing the iconic Captain Hook in Peter Pan and the Pirates.
You are a liar, dissembler, and prevaricator of the first magnitude.
Well, you better let the poor guy out!
Both of these are two different performances, but you can definitely tell he's giving his all in both. Hell, two of my favorite actors, Samuel L. Jackson and Gary Oldman, have both been known to play both heroes and villains. The only difference is that as much as Samuel L. Jackson is a good actor, especially in villain roles, I can definitely tell it's him playing the character.
You still don't get it, do you, Carl? This ain't about keeping some fucking badge.
Now with Gary Oldman, hell, I have to look him up to see if he even was the character most of the time.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
Everyone!
But both these actors give their best performance whether they play good or bad guys. And they can show a villain can be given an over-the-top performance.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
But that doesn't mean an actor can do a bad job playing a villain. I can explain by showing two examples, one from a comic book villain and one of villain from the Disney remakes. For the comic book villain would be Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, and for the Disney remake, Marwan Kenzari as Jafar. The problem being that they aren't portraying the respective characters. For Jesse Eisenberg, he acts over the top and sane. It felt more like he was playing a cartoon character than playing a convincing supervillain.
Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. I love it. I love bringing people together.
But the opposite could be said about Marwan Kenzari as Jafar. He keeps a straight face and monotone voice throughout the entire time he's on screen. You can hardly tell what tone he's going for in each line.
Steal an apple and you're a thief. Steal a kingdom and you're a statesman. How about my foot?
So yeah, like most actors, they have to do a respective performance when playing a certain character. Weirdly enough, there are times where the actor is so good at playing the villain they become unrecognizable. Danny DeVito plays the Penguin as a bloodthirsty monster than most of his roles.
I believe the word you're looking for is
Jack Gleason played Joffrey so well as a hated character that people started hating the actor.
Everyone is mine to torment. You do well to remember that, you little monster.
And then there's Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Code. It's a bad joke.
What do I need to say about this? Not only this performance scared a bunch of people on and off the set, not only was most of the scenes of him unscripted, but the actor was given an Oscar for his performance after his death. After talking about how playing the villain can affect the actor, what are the pros compared to all the cons I said before? For one is the freedom of expression. After watching movies like Puss in Boots 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, and of course a slew of classic Disney movies, that the villains are always the most expressive in them. With the actors, writers, and even animators always seem to have the most fun with these characters. Not that there weren't a slew of funny main characters, but the villains always seem to act the most over the top.
I came here for an arrogant little legend who thought he was immortal.
What do I look like, an imbecile? Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
Also, when an actor likes a villain so much, they always jump at the chance to play him again. James Woods said if Disney wants him to play Hades again, he will gladly do it.
I haven't seen a finale that bad since Pompeii.
Did you forget who you're talking to? I am the Lord of the Dead!
Eartha Kitt played Yzma up until her death, as well with Patrick Warburton as Krunk.
You packed the secret lab inside the llama bago?
I like to be prepared.
I thought we agreed to pack light.
We did.
And even movie fans enjoy seeing Michael Keaton and Jim Carrey come back to play Beetlejuice and Dr. Eggman.
I swear on my dead mother's soul.
Papa's got a brand new stash.
The second reason is the complexity of character development. An example of this is the hospital scene with the Joker and Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight, where the Joker convinces Harvey to turn to a villain.
That puts you where you are. You were a schemer, you had plans, and look where that got you.
Another example is The Prince of Egypt, where Ramesses is influenced by his father so much that he lets his pride harden his heart against his brother.
I will not be the weak link.
And weirdly, in the video game Assassin's Creed Rogue, you play as Shay Cormac, a former assassin turned Templar, after he felt like he was tricked into doing a traumatic event by his former assassin brothers.
So what's the next city you want me to smite?
And the final reason I feel like it's fun playing the bad guy is basically just showing your dark side. Let's be honest, we basically can't make the decisions that Joker, Voss, or even Anton do in their respective properties.
How'd you find that?
You want me to slice you open like I did your friend?
Why so serious?
Hopefully. So basically, playing the villain actually lets us do the stuff we wouldn't be able to do in real life. The same reason we like to watch jerks and assholes in movies and shows is because they say and do stuff we don't really get to say and do.
You're in big trouble, though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
Admit it. I bet you can't say those lines in a public place and not get yourself in trouble for saying that. So after listening to those three reasons, basically it reinforced the idea that these roles can be both powerful and enjoyable. Even in a bad film, or even a film I don't like, I do enjoy watching a villain to see the performance alone. And who knows what the future holds? Maybe Gal Gadot could be bland and Robert Downey Jr. could be a threat, or the other way can work as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Because if a friend of mine can enjoy playing a villain in one of my reviews, I guess anything is possible.
Yes! I finally got him!
Any other villain performances you enjoyed? Well, put them down in the comments below and share your take on them. I'm Galactic Knight, and I'll see you guys next time.